This is Mayor Paul Brodeur. The death of George Floyd is a clarion call to each of us to examine how our attitudes and actions have perpetuated structural racism in our communities and in our country. While we sometimes can't control what happens nationally, we do have the ability to make our community a more accepting, equitable, and just place for all. Several days ago, I, along with Melrose Police Chief Mike Lyle and School Superintendent Cyndy Taymore, committed to conducting challenging conversations about what we can do as a school system and as a city government to make things better. What we do know is that all lives cannot matter until Black lives matter, but saying this simply doesn't make it so. Instead, we need to take action. That's why I'm launching a new initiative I'm calling 2 Weeks Toward Change. I have asked each of my city department heads to examine their own department practices and policies, as well as collect and review national best practices and lay out blueprints for what actions we can complete now, in the near term, and in the future to make our city government more equitable. During these 2 weeks, I will begin reaching out to stakeholders, individuals, and groups to get their feedback and input. But please understand, this is just a start, but that we have to start somewhere. I will be relying on the Melrose community to help me and our city staff as we endeavor to match our words of sympathy and justice with action. If you have an experience you'd like to share, or an idea about how we can move forward, or an example of what works in other communities, I'm all ears. Please email me at mayorsoffice@cityofmelrose.org, and be sure to review the materials I've shared with my staff on our city website under the News and Updates section. I am grateful to so many in the community who have already reached out. COVID-19 has demonstrated to so many of us just how little control we sometimes have over our own lives. It's been scary, and it has forced us to adjust our expectations and our attitudes, and that's been hard. Addressing structural racism will be even harder because it also forces us to re-examine our own beliefs and biases and to confront some hard and uncomfortable truths if we are ever going to make real progress. At the local level, in our community, I am eager to identify the steps we can take with careful thought and input, the steps we can take today, in the months ahead, and in the years to come. I can't do it alone, and I need your partnership. Together, we have made great strides to stop the spread of the pandemic. Thank you for your efforts. And together, we will live up to the motto, one community open to all. Thank you and have a great weekend.